Yo, Chichan!
Hey, I already started drinking without you.
Yeah, I can see that. Mind if I join you?
Sure, go for it.
Oh, yeah. The last time it was just the two of us drinking, there was a little incident. Let's just say it left me in a real bad spot.
Right. You got drugged and tossed out in public. Buck naked. Maybe you ought to be more careful, just so it doesn't happen again.
Man, that feels like forever ago. A lot sure changed, huh? When I first came to Hawaii, I didn't know a single soul. But now it's like, I've got the whole gang here.
Well, goes to show you're a real popular guy. You always end up making friends left and right. You make it look so easy. Is it really?
Personally, I think I've got way more enemies.
Yeah, fair. The two of us sitting like this actually reminds me of the time I drank with my dad.
Your dad? Oh, you mean the head of the Fujinomiya family?
Well, everyone calls him the chairman. He's surrounded by associates at all times. But his real family? Well, we're just for show.
For real? What the actual heck?
If you're representing the great Fujinomiya group, then you gotta be the perfect dad, adored by all, and especially by your family. We're just accessories to help sell that image. Whenever we take a family photo, there'd be an entire camera crew. Felt like we were posing for a company commercial.
I'm guessing you don't exactly like your dad.
Yep, just about. Can't say we've got a healthy relationship.
Did you drink with your dad a lot?
Huh?
You said this reminded you of that earlier, didn't you?
Oh, guess I did. I only ever drank with him once, though, just before I came here. Didn't even have fun either. Drinking alone with your parent is just awkward.
I wouldn't know. I never had a chance to drink with either of mine.
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Anyway, what did you guys even talk about then?
What was it again? Stuff about how much our company's stocks were worth? He went on about restructuring, about what sucked, and about making cuts. Maybe that's all he could think about, so that was the only way he could pass the time.
Okay then, but why were you two drinking together in the first place?
My dad invited me out. We didn't know how long I'd be in Hawaii at the time. Since we wouldn't be seeing each other for a while, maybe he wanted to give parenting a shot, even if it was just a formality.
You don't have to be so negative about everything, you know?
You know, I'm kind of jealous of you, Ichiban.
Of who now?
'Cause, like, you love your parents so much. You even came all the way to Hawaii to meet one of them. I don't think I could ever see my parents that way. It's a personal problem, though.
It's not too late to start improving your relationship now. He's still around, right?
Yeah, true. Can't be much different than this. You guys are around the same age, so...
What? No, wait. Really? How old is your dad, Chi-chan?
A little older than 50?
Oh, guess you're right. Well, I'm almost pushing 50 now.
Having a drink with you is kind of relaxing, Ichiban.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm having a great time too. So don't go drugging me again, all right?
Sorry, but what was that again? I can't keep track of every little incident.
Exactly what a big shot would say. Damn, Adachi-san. Already at it, huh?
Hey, I figured I'd go ahead and have myself a drink. Booze here in Hawaii is not half bad.
Good to know. Glad somebody's enjoying himself. Oh man, I never imagined the two of us kicking back and drinking at a resort like this.
Yeah, I'll say. Better play it cool, unless we want folks to think we're from way out in the sticks. You know, you kind of blend in with the locals. Yeah, actually, maybe you blend in a little too well.
You think so? I guess we're on the same wavelength. I was just thinking, this hairstyle's got a bit of a Hawaiian vibe.
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe I'll get a little makeover myself. After all, what better time to do it?
Oh, what would you even go for? Maybe you ought to go for the same do I've got. Wouldn't it be sick as hell if we wore the same clothes too?
Why would I wear matching outfits with you? That's a bit too much, man.
Oh, well, I thought you might think it'd be fun. Guess not.
Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. I'll come up with something else for my new look.
But still, what went down back in the Eugene show feels like ancient history compared to what we're up to now. Getting fired from Hello Work, getting roasted online. Man, we've been through a lot.
You can say that again. Everything we spent time and effort building up just poof in the blink of an eye.
I really am sorry for getting your agency involved, man. No matter how hard I try, I don't think I could ever make it up to you.
Come on, knock it off. There's nothing you need to apologize for. Anyway, don't worry about the agency. I just wanted to know what it was like, being your own boss.
But you had everything all planned out, like with the company values and stuff. It seemed like you knew what you were doing.
Did I really? I guess you're right.
Yeah?
I wanted to put my experience as a detective to good use. After all, there are some things a civ can do that an officer can't. And preventing crimes before they occur is a field that still has plenty of room to grow. I was planning on working this old body of mine to the bone. Be a little more useful to society, you know?
You finally hit the ground running, too. Heck, you were even ready to take your business to the next level.
Right. I mean, my goal was to develop subsidiaries for consultation and security. But that dream's pretty much dead in the water now. Yeah, anyway. No use crying about it. Figure it's better to put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving along.
Hey, isn't it too early for you to give up? Everything was going great till we got canceled. I had no clue you even had a knack for this business stuff.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment. But no matter what, I'll be sticking around. At least until this mess in Hawaii gets cleaned up.
I'm real glad you're here, Adachi-san. When you came running with Namba, I was just so grateful.
Yeah, you're pretty much the only one who ever says that kind of stuff about me. But helping you out makes my day-to-day a little more meaningful. Hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Oh yeah? Then tell you what.
What?
We're gonna have each other's backs for the long haul. Even if I'm the only one getting help right now.
Don't sweat it, because I'll cash in and have you pay me back double.
Ha, sure you will.
Ah, that's the stuff. I ever tell you how much I like Hawaiian booze?
Better not drink too much. This ain't Survive, so you're not just gonna add it to your tab.
Nah, I got it covered. Bartender and I are pals now. Isn't that right, barkeep?
Sure. Enjoy the drinks, Adachi.
What the heck? When did you two get so close?
Didn't you know? Blending in at a bar is an essential skill I perfected back when I was with the Force.
You sure are a man of many talents. Must be the years of experience. You gotta teach me some of that.
All right, how about another round then? On me. I'm feeling generous today.
Sweet! Hey, barkeep, hit me with the priciest drink you got.
Whoa! Easy there, Tiger. I'm gonna have to take out a loan, but I'll pay you back once my next venture takes off, yeah?
Actually, barkeep, could you just get us another round of what we're having now? Yo, Jungi! You're looking as suave as ever, drinking here all by your lonesome.
I hear that quite often. But I was just thinking that it was getting a little too quiet.
Oh, yeah? So you don't mind some company?
It's exactly what I'm getting at.
I've been thinking, and honestly, I'm real glad you're here, man. You've been a huge help, and I seriously appreciate it. I didn't even realize that the Komi Jewel network spread as far as Hawaii.
It would be more accurate to say that we asked our comrades here in Hawaii for help. Many of them scattered across the globe when the Jigon Mafia was expelled from Kamurocho.
Dang. So you basically got contacts from all over the world?
Right. And there just so happened to be some in Hawaii with access to quality information on the locale. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to find out what Palikana was up to in such a short time. But let's not talk about the inner workings of the organization.
Oh, oops. Went too far there, didn't I?
There's not much I'd keep secret from you now. However, you may have already noticed that I've been keeping my distance from everyone, yourself included.
Yeah, I have, actually. You were just being careful, right? Because we were living life as civvies?
Sounds rather pretentious, doesn't it? But you guessed right. We figured being around outcasts like us would spell trouble for you.
Come on, don't be such a stranger. We fought alongside each other, and that fact will never change.
I thought you'd say something like that, but that's why I was so hard on myself. The two of us live in completely different worlds.
Yeah, sure. Up until things about me blew up and I got sacked. And now here we are, two equals sitting at a bar.
This may come off a bit rude to you, Kasuga-san, but now, because of the way things turned out, I can finally talk with you. And part of me is elated about that. After all, Ijincho has been a bit of a bore as of late. The town's far too peaceful.
Oh, really now?
Sunny has also gotten livelier ever since Kiryu-san came to Ijincho. She's out on the front lines herself now, though that's not something that merits praise.
Why is that?
As the leader of both Komijul and the Liumang, she should not be out in the open.
Whew. Not every day you hear Jungi Han himself talk about Sunhee like that.
We're quite a ways away from Ijincho. It's unlikely for Sunhee to overhear us talking. Furthermore, with the Hawaiian skies as vast as they are, I feel a bit freer here. I will always remain loyal to Sunny, of course. However, I hope I could get a pass every so often.
Guess you've been having a rough time too. Come on, drink up. Sunny ain't here to stop you. You could go all out and get totally drunk off your ass if you wanted to.
I'll be fine. I assure you I can have a perfectly good time without resorting to intoxication.
Oh yeah? Damn. I was hoping I'd get to see you a little unhinged.
I said that I was keeping my distance from you all, but in truth, I'd been keeping an eye on you. I know that you were employed at Hello Work and that you were helping former Yakuza land new jobs.
I had no clue about that. Thanks, man.
When Adachi-san started up his investigation firm, I wanted to lend him a helping hand as well. But in the end, I agreed with Sunny that it was best we do not intervene.
Yeah, but if Adachi-san had access to Komi Jewel's network, that would have helped him out a ton.
Well, the fact of the matter is that you could get things done without us. All of you are very capable individuals.
I guess you were watching over us for a lot longer than I thought.
Oh? Sounds as if you're implying that I was some sort of stalker. Collecting information within Ijincho's how Gomichul puts food on the table. You were merely one part of that.
All right. Let's just leave it at that. But since it did make me smile, how about another drink?
Ah, that'd be welcome. It's been a while since we last drank to something, Kasuga-san.
Sure has. Cheers,
Cheers.
man.
Oh, Ichiban. You got a minute? I wanted to ask something.
Me? Sure. I'm always down.
Not to get too heavy, but it's about Marie again. Yeah, you remember? After I went to prison, she pretty much vanished from the earth. Figured she never wanted me to look for her. And I'm fine with that, if she's happy somewhere. So I I got in touch with some old friends we had, ones I haven't seen since. I asked if any of them had heard from her, know how she's doing.
Holy shit, did you find anything out? Is she okay?
Long story short, yeah, probably. I don't know 100% yet.
Gotta say, you don't look too happy. Isn't this exactly what you'd hope for?
Yeah, I guess so. It's just, I had no clue until now. I couldn't even assume she was still alive.
So why don't you seem more relieved?
Marie's friend told me that while I was locked up, she nosedived bad. She'd already quit her job for the baby, but then she lost touch with everyone else in her life. She might have left Hawaii entirely at that point, according to them.
Really? Well, that could be why you didn't find anything when you first looked.
Yeah, but recently someone saw her on a beach here in the city. She's back in the old neighborhood. Apparently, she looks all right from a distance.
Well, what are you gonna do? Tell me.
Marie may be back on her feet, but for all I know, she only got there by burying the past. In that case, she could very well want me to stay forgotten.
But no way. She wouldn't think that.
And there's, what have I done besides lick Yamai's boots since I got out again? If I saw Marie today, what would she think of me? Meanwhile, she could be with a new guy. Hell, she could have a new family by now.
Tommy.
I'm sorry, you didn't sign up for this, did I? What am I supposed to do?
In your imagination, Marie would really never want to think about you again?
Yeah? I mean, why would she? Look, forget it. I shouldn't have brought this shit up. Just, tell me one thing, honestly. What would you do in my place? You're me. Would you really go look her up?
There is no right answer here. You can't know anything for sure.
I mean, that's true, but it sucks shit.
Think of it like this. In 10 or 20 years from now, what would you regret most? It is possible that seeing you will only bring back bad memories. But the thing is, nothing will ever be certain until you see it with your own eyes. Understand? You're worrying, well, what if she doesn't want to see you? Well, what if she's in trouble and needs help?
I don't know.
If you really can't do it yourself, I can go check up on her for you. Promise, don't let this opportunity pass you by. It'll keep haunting you forever if you do.
Ichiban, man.
Sorry if I was out of line there.
Out of line? No, I needed you more than I realized. Thank you. You really helped me.
Cool.
You're right. All I know is that Marie, or someone who looks like her, is in town. Unless I see for myself, everything else is my mind running wild on me.
I hope she's doing well.
So do I. Even if that means she's got no room in her life for me. If I can be sure that she's happy, I'll be okay.
You're a hell of a guy, Tommy.
Is it me, or do you sound sad now?
Well, this might undermine my advice, but the truth is, I'm in the lurch too. I proposed to this girl a while back, and she still hasn't given me an answer.
Whoa, you're down worse than I am, and I've been listening to you?
I was afraid you'd say that.
Shit. You need advice from me?
Let me think. Tell me, find Marie first, and then we'll get to my problems.
All right, but man, talk about ending on a sour note.
Yeah, that's why you end chats like this with drinks, not words.
Well said.
Hey there, Chi-chan.
Hey, you down to drink?
Sure, happy to join you.
Back in Japan, you'd never see me drinking alone with a guy. And now, here we are.
No lie, that's kind of surprising. Things changed when you got here?
Well, the first time we met, it was just us at Akane-san's place, right? After that, it was Dwight.
Dwight? As in Barracuda Dwight?
Do you know any other Dwight?
Oh, right. You tried to make your way into District 5. Kinda reckless to go about it alone. And in a rough place like that, too.
Hey, I might be the sheltered daughter of the Fujinomiya family, but I was trained in self-defense, you know. I had a great instructor. That's why I figured I could look after myself back there.
An instructor?
Yeah, Tenda-san. I call him my Gramps, though. He's been there for me ever since I was born.
What kind of self-defense did you learn from your Gramps?
I don't know. He taught me a bunch of different things. I think he tailored the lessons himself to work best for me. He made sure I could incorporate different dance techniques I learned, like from ballet and stuff.
Wow. Well, after hearing all that, it's clear you're real high class.
My parents basically left our upbringing in the hands of other people. Most everything I know, I learned from them. Tenda-san's here in Hawaii, actually. Came with me as a chaperone, sorta.
Wait, then isn't he worrying himself sick over you right now?
Yeah, probably. When I first got to Hawaii, I met him from time to time. But nowadays, I've been telling him I'm too busy, and that he's got nothing to worry about.
Bet that made him worry even more.
I do send him updates, though. Like, I'll shoot him a message saying everything's okay.
Well, if he found out about how you've been kicking ass with us this whole time, he'd definitely flip. How old is this guy, anyway?
77.
Well, you sure answered that pretty quick.
Only 'cause I just sent him a birthday present. I'm always giving him a hard time, so I figured I ought to gift him a little something. Here, have a look. This is Tenda-san.
Oh, he's a cute old grandpa, all right.
I know, right? You'd think a martial artist would look meaner and scarier. But every time I tease him, he always giggles. It's just way too cute.
Gotcha.
He used to travel all over Japan to train. Don't know if it's true or not, but when he was in Hokkaido, he once sent a bear flying.
Oh, sounds like a tall tale to me, but either way, he sounds like a riot.
My dad and the other servants are always trying to act cool, but he was different. He was the only one who'd tell funny jokes and the only one who'd smile and forgive me if I ever did something stupid.
Sounds like he means a lot to you.
Yeah, he does. I'm sure if you guys met Gramps, you'd get along great. He's real humble, especially around people younger than him. He's always super calm and willing to help out in any way. And, because of that, the poor man was pressured into being my chaperone. I wonder how he's doing right now. At the very least, I hope he's enjoying his stay in Hawaii.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I'd meet up with him if I could, but I don't want my whole family up in my business. I plan on treating him again for his 78th. I'll be sure to get him an even better gift then.
Yeah? What'd you get him for his 77th?
A smartwatch.
Oh, that thing you wear around your wrist, right? And it'll measure your pulse and blood pressure?
It'll even send alerts if it detects any irregularities with your heart.
Pretty smart of you. Bet that makes a great gift for the elderly.
It's even got GPS, so I don't have to keep worrying about him.
Say what?
If he tries to spy and sneak up on me, I'll find out right away.
That's a little cruel, ain't it? I feel bad for the old man.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Adachi, about that ask you had for me earlier. No good info's been coming in lately.
Oh, is that right? Not surprised, honestly. I wasn't really expecting much.
Don't be so down. I'll ask around some more.
Yo, sup, fellas? What were you two talking about?
Ah, nothing much. Just asking the bartender for a little favor. Hey, thanks again, barkeep. I didn't mean to ask while you were busy, though.
Don't worry about it. Just relax. Enjoy the drinks.
So, what's this about a favor? Or is it something you can't tell me?
Nah, it's no secret. I knew someone who supposedly moved to Hawaii a long time ago, see? I heard they opened a jewelry shop here, so I asked the bartender if he could look into their whereabouts.
Judging by how things went earlier, I'm guessing he couldn't find them?
I don't even know if they did open up shop. Honestly, I've just been grasping at straws.
But even if you didn't ask the bartender, couldn't you just reach out to the person yourself?
Well, the last time we met was 20 years ago.
Oh, gotcha. Let me guess. That acquaintance of yours is one pretty lady?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Is it hard for you to talk about her? Just say the word and I'll lay off.
That's not what you think. Heck, you might even get kind of bored listening to the whole story.
Hey man, we got time. Now you got me curious.
Well, back when I was a cop, she was involved in this one case. A robbery took place at her father's gem shop 20 years ago. She was just a high school student at the time.
A jewel heist, huh? Who were the perps?
3-man team. We caught him the day after, of course. And recovered the stolen jewels, too.
Wow, damn. Gotta hand it to the Japanese police. I'm guessing you were assigned to that case.
Right. Just one of many investigators.
And now that same girl from way back then has a shop of her own here in Hawaii?
Well, that's what the rumor says. So I figured, since I'm already here in Hawaii, I may as well go check up on her, see how she's doing.
You think she still remembers you?
That, I'm not too sure, and the only way to find out is by meeting her.
Yeah, you've got this, man. I mean, it's you we're talking about. This is definitely gonna be one emotional reunion.
Well, honestly, that's what I'm hoping for.
Well, anyway, good luck finding that shop. You got any leads to make the search any easier?
Oh, only her name. Akiko Manabe. Not many Japanese folks selling jewelry here in Hawaii, so I probably have enough clues to go on.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that said, there's also a chance she did open up shop, but things didn't go so well. And since I don't even know for certain in the first place, I'd rather not get my hopes up. That's why I'll just take my time investigating.
Gotcha. Sounds like a solid plan. All right then. How about a toast? To Akiko-san's success.
Cheers!
Cheers! So, were you on the phone with Sunhee earlier?
Oh, no, I wasn't. I was actually speaking with a subordinate of mine. I let an officer candidate take care of things while I'm away from Ijincho. They're young, but capable.
Oh yeah? Everything good over there without you at the helm?
Everything should be. Up until now, I've only been managing some rather mundane group work. I apologize if this sounds arrogant of me, but I felt that I was above such menial tasks. Considering that it's just routine, I'm sure anyone could take over from me.
Huh. Then why the phone call? What was that all about? That subordinate of yours struggling because you're not there or something?
Small problem seems to have cropped up, but I let them decide how they should handle it. All I said was, I'll leave it up to your discretion.
You know, if you were my boss, I feel like I'd have to be ready for everything and anything.
Compared to the time when Ryo Aoki attempted to take over Ijincho, we can now afford to give our subordinates more opportunities to grow. Those were certainly trying days, especially when all of Ijincho's secrets were exposed.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Chairman Hoshino, the elder of the Ijin Three, was murdered, and the Omi Alliance sent in an entire army. And since we were so dependent on the gray zones of Ijincho, Bleach Japan nearly rendered us extinct. Just thinking about it makes me shudder. Don't you feel that way too, Kasuga-san?
Sounds like you've got an itching for some trouble.
Yes, maybe so. I did come all the way to Hawaii to join you after all.
I really appreciate you being here, man. Honestly, I'm real happy we can party up again.
Yes, I suppose joining up with you again was well worth the trip. That said, please, let me know if there's anything I can help with.
You're one reliable guy. No wonder Sunny thinks so highly of you. I guess I should thank her properly sometime. I mean, she did send her right-hand man all across the ocean to help us out.
Just the thought alone is enough. I'll relay your words to Sunny myself. Right now, she seems to be enjoying her time out on the front lines with Kazuma Kiryu.
Ah, gotcha. Did you get to meet Kiryu-san too?
Yes, at least long enough to greet him. He seemed to be faring much better than I had heard. He changed his hairstyle since we last met, so took me by surprise.
Oh, yeah, same here. I was a little confused when I saw him too.
When Sunny heard that he was returning to Japan, she was quick to make her move. Before I knew it, she stuck right by Kiryu-san's side at all times. She didn't even consult me about it. At the very least, I would have liked her to ask for permission of some sort.
Why is Sony so nice to Kiryu-san? Has she ever cared about someone else like that?
She's a big fan of the Dragon of Dojima. Maybe she thought she could hide that from me. However, I could hear the overwhelming admiration seeping through her words.
Well, that explains it. That's pretty cute though, not gonna lie.
That reminds me, are you aware that when Sunny went around town with Kiryu-san, Zhao joined them? That was when she told me to keep watch over the different factions. In that moment, I felt as if I was being left out.
Huh. So now Kiryu-san's got Zhao on his side. Sounds like we're going all out now.
We most certainly are. Even I've come back to the fray. I do hope that I can be of some use to you, Kasuga-san.
Right on. It'll be like the good old times. Glad to have you back, Jungi.
It's a pleasure. I'll be delighted should I meet your expectations.
Oh, Tomi, you okay? You look kind of upset.
Do I? I guess that's no big surprise.
Hey, do you feel like talking? I'm down to listen.
You can probably imagine what happened. I ended up seeing her.
Okay, so?
Actually happened by accident, kinda. She was just at that same beach, like I'd never seen her before. The rumors were true. She came back to Hawaii only recently. I didn't get close, but it was her, without a doubt.
What? You didn't talk to her?
Couldn't. Marie was there, and her boyfriend was right beside her.
Damn it. How did she look, at least?
From what I could tell, she looked great, and they seemed to be very, very close. They were making that beach a paradise, laughing, kissing, staring at each other.
So, in other words, she looked happy, right?
Well, I mean, when we were together, she seemed happier in other ways, you know?
Hey, come on. Let's drink to her happiness, then. You told me that's all you wanted.
Yeah, I did say that, and I thought it was true when I said it.
Yeah. Your head knows it's okay, but your heart won't listen.
It's just pretty much how it feels.
Say, couldn't you try getting a bit closer, at least? You don't have to settle for a distant glance.
Yeah, but if she and her boyfriend are doing as great as they seem, I'd really be in the shit. If they catch me following them a few meters behind, Marie will think I've gone totally crazy.
You're not wrong. Okay, time for me to step up and do my part.
Your part?
I'll stroll by the two of them, casual, and I'll feel out the vibes.
You think you could pull that off?
Well, if I just clock them for a few minutes, how hard could it be?
Yeah, sorry, but you couldn't even play it cool enough to get your proposal answered.
Okay, well, back to Marie then. What kind of guy was her boyfriend, anyway?
Probably in his 40s, clean-cut type, looks like he's got money.
All right. What else?
Yeah, average build, little on the thin side, more brains than brawn. He looked nice.
How did Marie act with him?
She had acted real goddamn happy.
Right.
That's it. You keep going, don't stop. There's gotta be some way this isn't what it seems like.
I never said we're stopping, Tommy, okay? First of all, we have to be absolutely sure.
Huh?
Look, sometimes it's really hard to gauge how a girl's feeling. If I were you, I'd want conclusive proof her happiness is more than skin deep. Any woman can look happy. It's your responsibility to find out if her face is telling the truth.
Ichiban, you're right. What do you think I should do?
You and Marie could just talk to each other. For all you know, she might have come back to Hawaii hoping to find you.
No way. Even I can't get behind that much wishful thinking, man. Besides, I just know I'd say something stupid, make things worse for her. It's not time yet. I'll talk to her. I will, when I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Thanks for listening again, Ichiban. Honestly, I couldn't get through this without you.
Hey, I'm here for you. Listening doesn't cost a thing. We're friends after all.
I still got no idea how to proceed, but Marie-wise. No matter what, I know it can't end like this. And I know something else. I got a good, trustworthy friend who has my back.
How's about we drink to that?
Oh, yeah. You really are an easy guy to talk to, bud. Sheesh. That's it, then.
Hey, am I bugging you, Chichan?
Oh, nah, of course not. It's just,
What's up?
well, Gramps tried to get in touch with me just now. Saying, I'm sure you're busy, but do you think we could still meet?
Right, the butler who works for your family.
Ever since I joined you guys, I haven't gone to visit him in a long time.
He must be real worried about you, Chichan.
Yeah, no kidding. You know what else he said? I believe Milady is hiding something from me. All I've told him was that I'm just enjoying my time abroad like a typical exchange student.
I mean, you gotta hand it to the old man. His intuition's pretty sharp.
Yep. My instructor's gotta be the best of the best.
Well, why don't you go visit him once? Just so you can see you're doing okay.
But if I do, he'll probably figure me out. You said it yourself, he's pretty sharp. And if he picks up that something's off, he's gonna have to report it to my family. Basically, nothing good will come from me seeing Gramps right now.
It would put his mind at ease, though. You don't want him to keep worrying over you, right?
Well, yeah, you've got a point. It's been kinda hard on him.
You sure you want to leave him hanging like this? Wouldn't he try to look for you himself?
I think he'll be fine. He's old and only just started using a smartphone. He doesn't know anyone else in Hawaii, so he'd have a hard time trying to track me down on his own. But all that just means I'm free to do as I please now.
He's reached a ripe old age. Actually, that doesn't make it any better, huh? In fact, he's probably even more lonely.
He probably is, but I want to keep going like this just a bit longer.
Why don't you try sending him something different from usual then?
I don't follow.
You guys have only been sending texts, right? Maybe you could add a video or a picture. Change it up.
Okay, then what do you suggest?
How about we take a group photo with everyone and send it over? Just tell him us guys have been looking out for you.
Yeah, I don't know about that. See me surrounded by a bunch of buffed out dudes? Immediate red flag. He'd probably give me the 3rd degree, and I'd rather not make him any more worried, you know?
Well, even if you don't want to meet him, it probably couldn't hurt to show him at least something.
Yeah, guess you're right. I'll sleep on it. It's kind of funny in a way. My parents never gave a shit about me. Gramps was the only one who cared.
Well, not all family are bound by blood, you know? Hearing you talk about your Gramps reminded me of that. I wasn't related to the man who raised me, Jiro Kasuga. He ran a soap land back in Kamurocho. We definitely had that parent-child bond, you know? At least I thought so.
Ichiban.
If there's even just one person out there who gave a shit about you, then wouldn't that make them family?
Yeah, guess so. Thanks, Ichiban.
What for?
I don't know if Grams considers me family, but he's definitely important to me. He does deserve more than a wall of text, though. Maybe I'll give him a call from time to time.
That's not a bad idea.
Your suggestion's not so bad either. I think I will send him something a bit more real.
Glad to hear it. That alone makes this all worthwhile.
Thanks for the life lesson today.
Yo! Sup, Adachi-san?
Hey! Actually, I talked to the bartender earlier.
Huh? Oh, about Akiko-san's shop. You had him check whether or not it's in Hawaii, right?
Yep, that's right. Turns out he couldn't find anything.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. But you don't know for sure, right? It's not like he combed through every grain of sand on the island.
He's talked to a fair share of people, though, so honestly, I've pretty much given up already.
You sure it's not just a bit of bad luck? I don't know, I just feel like it's way too early to give up.
I didn't have anything concrete to work with in the first place. Thinking I'd find her right away with that little info? Rookie mistake.
Haha, then I guess this is where the search really starts. Don't worry, man. I'm sure she's here somewhere.
Now how am I supposed to say no to that?
I'll keep an eye out in town, see if there are any jewelry shops around from now on.
Thanks. But there's something I gotta tell you.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, Akiko-san might consider me as nothing more than a nuisance.
Why's that?
Well, to tell you the truth, 20 years ago, when the shop got robbed, the police could have prevented it entirely.
Prevented it? How?
A few days before the incident, the police received a report claiming suspicious individuals were visiting the shop. The person who filed the report was just a high schooler at the time. Akiko-san.
Oh, dang. But there's not much the police can do when you tell them someone's acting suspicious.
Exactly. Even though she came all the way to the station, they couldn't take her at her word. To them, she was just a kid. As for her parents, well, and their daughter took it so seriously that it felt like they were accompanying her just to humor her.
Oh, so because none of the adults believed her, nobody stopped the robbery from happening.
Well, I learned that Akiko-san had stopped by the station before, when I interviewed her after the incident. She told me that a man would visit the shop multiple days a week but never bought anything. Also said that he'd look around with this hard, intense stare, like he was eyeing everything.
Yeah, that's pretty sketchy. But not sketchy enough for the police to take action, I guess.
And the best we could do is have more personnel patrolling the area, and even then we couldn't keep it up for days on end. So, because the police didn't do jack squat, a group of thieves broke in days later.
And one of them was the guy Akiko-san mentioned?
Yep. He was their ringleader.
Damn.
At the time of the crime, Akiko-san wasn't in the shop, but both her parents were. They ended up bound and gagged. The two of them were lucky to get away with only minor injuries. Though the psychological damage took its toll. When all was said and done and the criminals were behind bars, they eventually shut down for good.
Oh man, that's awful.
Akiko-san was pissed the police didn't lift a damn finger. And I don't blame her. She played her best hand, but her folks still ended up in danger.
That's no one's fault. The police aren't all powerful. I mean, you guys did everything you could, right?
This might sound biased, but I honestly don't think there was anything else we could have done at the time. But I can't just look straight into the victim's eyes and say that to her face.
Then you want to meet Akiko-san to apologize for the incident?
I'm not so sure myself. I just want to know if she's all right, more than anything else. If I didn't happen to be in Hawaii, I never would have even considered it.
Guess the only way to find out is to actually meet her.
Yeah, I guess so. I'll try to get in touch with my old contacts from back in the day later. You ask him if Akiko-san really does run a shop here in Hawaii, or if someone knows someone familiar with it.
Wait, what? You haven't done that yet?
Well, I wouldn't be able to take it if by some small chance her life was in a shambles. That's why I put off the investigation.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Well, you know, after spilling my guts out to you, I feel like I could be a bit more expressive with my feelings from now on.
Glad to hear it. The best way to vent and get it all out of your system is over a few drinks with a pal. Am I right?
Maybe so. Who would have thought?
Yo! Sup, Jungi? You up for another drink together?
Yes, of course. Your company is always welcome, Kasuga-san. I was glad to see that some things never change. For instance, Namba-san is just as pleasant as ever. A former nurse indeed, given his bedside manner, but I could tell that Kiryu-san trusted him.
That's great. I was hoping he'd pull through. Man, did he live up to my expectations. Real great. So even Namba's kicking ass over there.
Speaking of Ijincho, I just remembered something. Do you mind if I ask you something personal?
Huh? No need to beat around the bush. Go ahead, ask away.
Well, it's about you and Saiko-san.
Huh? What? Wait, what? What about me and Sachan?
You proposed to her a few years ago, correct? But after that, she stopped contacting you. How are things going now?
Oh, right. Let me guess. You heard about it from Namba. I haven't told you guys about that personally, so I was wondering how you knew about it.
Oh no, I didn't hear about this from Namba-san. The Komijo web catches even the most minuscule of details. That was how I found solid information about you failing your proposal, Kasuga-san.
Bro, seriously? You guys actually tracked that kind of info? What's up with that? Wait. And do Sunny and Zhao also know that I proposed?
It's not like I can hide information from Sunny. As for Zhao, well, she had no reason not to tell him.
Right. But man, did you really have to? I didn't want that spreading around.
What is there to hide at this point? We're all comrades who've put our lives on the line, aren't we?
Then, you think you could give me some advice?
Unfortunately, I doubt I could share any good advice. I am, however, confident in being a good listener. So please, feel free to rant as much as you'd like. I promise not to tease you or make fun of you.
Yeah, okay, I get it. Guess it wouldn't hurt to talk about it. The day I proposed to Sachan, I know now that I spouted all sorts of selfish things at her. I told her she could quit her job whenever we have kids, and that we could visit Arakawa-san's grave to make him happy. Sachan just smiled and said she wasn't bothered, but I haven't been able to get in touch with her since.
Not even once?
Not even once. She's completely ignoring me, won't even reply to my messages or pick up my calls. I've been avoiding Sachan's place too. If I showed my face there, I'd just be adding more fuel to the fire.
Ah, I see. That's reasonable of you.
Have you met up with her recently?
Yes, actually. I saw her when Kiryu-san came by. She treated me the same as always.
Same goes for Namba and the others?
Right. My apologies. This must be hard for you to hear.
Guess it's pretty damn clear she's drawn a line between us. Hey, Jungi, do you happen to know why Sachan's been avoiding me?
While I did discover that you proposed to her, I didn't unearth any details regarding what you said. And from my perspective, it would be wise not to speculate. But if Saiko-san truly intends to avoid you, then I'm sure she would have left you with some words to mull over.
Huh?
At least, I would think so, knowing what I do of your relationship. Had it been anyone but you, Kasuga-san, I have no doubt she would have told them to take a hint the moment she cut things off. You would be nothing more than a stalker if you kept it up after that.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's why I haven't been reaching out to her.
But you're not the sort of man who would hurt Saiko-san in any way. That hardly needs to be said. Saiko-san is also aware of that. Otherwise, if she did want to end things with you, she would have made that obvious.
So basically, you're saying Sachan hasn't completely given up on me?
I believe that's very much possible. Still, it would be difficult to confirm that yourself. If neither of you get the chance to reach out to one another, could I be your middleman?
Thanks. I appreciate the thought, dude. I'm the one who's got to figure things out with Sachan, though.
If you actually had the chance to speak with her, then I wouldn't have acted so presumptuously. But as things stand, with her not replying to your messages, it may be difficult to break the stalemate. I promise you won't regret this. It's best to rely on your friends in times like this.
You're a nicer guy than I thought, Jungi.
Well, that's rather harsh of you, isn't it? But I'll overlook that for today.
Well, can you blame me? When we first met, it felt like you were always making fun of us.
Sometimes, the strangest food may become an acquired taste. The longer you chew on it, the more flavorful it gets. Ichiban Kasuga, you are very much the same way. And for someone in my profession, a friend who can cross those boundaries is all the more precious. You and Saiko-san and everyone else, I consider you all to be my good friends.
Oh, come on, man. I'm way too sober to handle all this sap right now.
Yes, I suppose that's fair. My apologies. Excuse me, barkeep. 2 more drinks here, please. One for me and one for my good friend here.
Fine. Guess I gotta go for another round if you're gonna be that insistent. Drink up, Jungi. To friendship, and to Sachan, too.
But of course, that's what I was planning to do this whole time.
Hey, Tommy.
Oh, sit down. Get a drink. Have I got a story for you?
Oh, do you now? Oh, I might be in the mood for a story.
Well, here it goes. Things move fast, all of a sudden. Don't freak out. You ready for this?
You're really hyping this up.
Marie's boyfriend and I got to talking, like just him and me. He told me about her.
Yeah? How'd you manage that?
Well, first, Marie's friend gave me some information on him after I asked. His name's Kondo, and he's a professor, I guess. Marine bullshit. You know, ocean stuff. Guy rakes it in, apparently. He's like some top fish guy. Been on TV and everything.
Whoa, that's pretty impressive, huh?
You think so? I don't know, man. You can't tell someone's character from some fancy title.
Sure, fair enough.
So, I waited. Kondo's a busy man, but I got him alone, started to chat. Get this. I used a fake name. Apparently, he's new to Hawaii, so I offered to show him around.
How the hell'd you manage all this?
I had to do it, for Marie's sake. I owe it to her to see what type of guy he is.
All right, so you pretended to be a stranger, spoke to Kondo, and gave him a tour of the city?
He had no goddamn idea. I said I'd buy him a drink, and he came along without a second thought.
Kondo must not be that street smart. You could have robbed him blind back then, I bet.
Man, don't go there. You're the one always saying, leave that behind me.
Just fooling around. So what happened? Kondo give you anything useful?
Yeah, I told him I went to the same college Marie did, and that my name's Thomas. I mentioned the place real casually, so he goes, oh, that's my girlfriend's old alma mater.
Oh, I get it. So he made Marie the subject of the conversation.
Yep, Kondo said he met Marie in a bad place, just after she left Hawaii. She was working some touristy jobs before she became his research assistant. Actually, Marie always did have a thing for the ocean. I guess, yeah, does it make sense, huh? So, one thing leads to another, and Kondo falls for her. They dated for a year, and then they got engaged.
Okay.
End of the day, I couldn't find a single flaw to exploit in the guy. I'll say this much, though. For some pointy-headed professor, he is a fucking doofus. If I had uncovered some nasty flaw, I might not have been able to stop myself from kicking his ass.
Hey, come on. Don't say that.
You know, right? Because I realized that I hurt Kondo, the one I'm really hurting is Marie. I mean, the fact of the matter is, I'm an ex-con. Nothing but Yamai's goon until just recently. Society is never going to look at Kondo and me in the same way. Seems like my only option is to back down. Hope for Marie's happiness from afar.
From afar, she might be hard to avoid. You're sharing the same city.
Yeah, that brings me to the twist.
Huh?
In just a few days, they're leaving Hawaii. For good this time. No ifs, ands, or buts. I'll never see Marie again after that.
Oh, shit.
Kondo says Marie confided in it. According to her, she has too many bad memories haunting her here. And Kondo's such a moron, he doesn't even know what she's talking about. Marie's chance of a happy life here died with us. She couldn't even bear to say goodbye to me. Fuck it all then. If she needs to forget me, let her. If that's what it takes for her to find peace. End of the road. So concludes the tale of me and Marie.
Tommy, no matter what, don't forget that you're a good man.
You might be the only one who thinks so. Then again, you might also be the only one I trust.
Maybe that's how it is now, but that'll change. I wish Marie could have heard what you said.
Appreciate you hearing me out, like always. I'll get my shit together, I promise. Till Marie leaves Hawaii again, I've just got to make sure I'm out of sight.
Oh, yeah. I guess so, huh?
Worst comes to worst, I'll pull a fake name again. Good old Thomas. Innocent drinking buddy.
Sheesh, that'd be one hell of a dance. I'd never be able to keep a straight face in your position.
I'd like to see you try.
One more toast, Tommy. To Marie's happiness, wherever it takes her.
How can I possibly say no to that? Go where you have to, Marie. Leave the memories behind. I'll be happy for you.
Yo, Chi-chan. Something the matter?
Oh, hey. Did you hear everything?
Nah, didn't hear a thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I was on the phone with Gramps, and apparently he heard a pretty disturbing rumor.
Don't tell me it was about you.
Yep. It's kinda old news now, but word got out that I got into District 5 by stealing someone's passport. I guess it's not so much a rumor, you know, since it's true.
Someone's passport, you say? You mean mine?
It doesn't really matter whose. Anyway, he heard about how I was looking for the Barracuda's hideout.
But that stuff's all water under the bridge now. Can't you just tell him it was someone else?
I did. But Gramps is still distraught because the young lady in the rumor sounds just like me. And now he won't believe a single word I say.
Wait, hold up. How did your Gramps even hear about these rumors? I thought he didn't know anyone here in Hawaii.
I probably underestimated him on that front. He's so polite. He can strike up a conversation with just about anyone. Before I knew it, he made himself a friend. Said Jeff told him all about the rumors.
Wait, Jeff? As in taco guy Jeff? The one selling stolen goods?
Yep, the very same. Grams loved his tacos so much he's been getting them for lunch. Even though he knows that Jeff is kinda shady, he still enjoys talking to him.
Well, damn. A former martial artist, a Fujinomiya butler, and a smooth talker at his age.
I honestly didn't see this coming. Grams is actually driving me into a corner.
Should we do something about it? Stop him from cornering you?
I feel like if we try to pull one over on him, we might slip up somewhere.
Guess we'll just have to wait and see then.
Well, I doubt he's gonna find me anytime soon, so I'm trying not to panic right now.
Huh? Wait a sec. Are you worried he'll wind up in danger somehow?
What do you mean?
I mean, your Grams heard that you went to District 5, right? But since you're not fessing up, what do you think he'll do next?
I don't know.
I'd make my way to District 5 so I could get to the bottom of this.
What?
And once I got my hands on some proof, I'd ask you to tell me the truth.
But there's no way Grams could just wander into a place like that. You've got to steal a passport, or find some dirty cop willing to get you in.
Right, but your Gramps wouldn't know about any of that. He's just gonna try his damnedest to trace your steps. And if there's some barracudas hanging around, I don't know if you'll come out entirely unscathed.
Yeah, for sure. Well, crap. I better try calling him back. I have to tell him that if he's thinking about heading to District 5, don't.
Probably best to keep an eye on him right now. It'd be pretty hard to do that 24/7, though.
Yeah, no kidding. God, at this rate, I don't even know who's watching over who.
I feel you.
I do feel bad about making Gramps worry so much, though.
Sounding real inspiring today, Chi-chan.
Maybe because I am. Never thought there'd be a day where I'm the one worrying about him. All of that just made me realize how much time has passed.
You better remember this feeling. Because in times like this, a good drink really hits the spot.
Didn't know that. Guess I'll have to give it a try.
For sure. Hey, Adachi-san. What's wrong? I've never seen you this down before.
Oh, you could tell? Good eye.
Don't be like that, man. What happened?
Well, you see, I found Akiko-san's shop earlier and decided to swing by.
Wait, hold up. You're talking about that jewelry shop, right? That means she actually opened up her own place here? Why are you so down about that?
Come on, have a seat. Figure I ought to give you the rundown. I got in touch with someone I knew from back when I was a detective. Had to twist an arm to get him to look into stuff. And that's how I learned that Akiko-san managed to open a shop near Knight Street. I headed over to check out the area myself. That's when I heard about a jewelry shop owned by a Japanese woman.
Damn, you seriously pulled out all the stops, Adachi-san. Even the barkeeper here couldn't track it down.
Well, you know, some things you gotta do yourself. It was stupid of me to ask him to look for a shop that might not exist. Free of charge at that.
Yeah, you had no right to complain about that. Anyway, back up for a sec. Did you get to see Akiko-san?
Yeah, I did. Technically speaking. It seems like the shop's pretty popular with tourists who are in the know. There were a few customers browsing, but only one woman working the floor.
So, was it her?
I could never forget her face, even after 20 years. The moment I saw her, I knew without a doubt it was Akiko-san.
But what about her? Did she remember you?
Nah. She took one glance at me and nothing. No way she'd recognize me. But that aside, the moment I set foot in her shop, I got a gut feeling that one of the customers was up to no good.
Say what?
So I figured I better keep an eye on him before talking to Akiko-san.
What makes you say he was up to no good?
Well, even though he was facing the jewels, his eyes were always glancing up, like he was checking out where the security cameras were. But Akiko-san didn't notice him at all. She had her hands full with another customer who kept asking to try on stuff.
I don't know, Adachi-san. Maybe it's just your imagination. Is it really that suspicious to look at security cameras?
Well, of course, that's not all. Another thing, he kept making eye contact with some other customers.
Eye contact how?
Well, take a wild guess. It was with the customer Akiko-san was assisting. They were probably pretending not to know each other. One person distracts the employee, and the others take their time scoping out how tight security is. At least half of the customers in the shop at the time must have been in on it.
What's their game then? Were they trying to make off with some necklaces or something?
Nah, not exactly. My gut says they were getting ready for a big heist. The next time they swing by, they'll have a way to shut down the shop's security system and an escape route all planned out.
What, seriously?
I only left the shop after they did. Stuck around, on the off chance they'd lift something then and there.
At least nothing went down. Yet.
Right. But if they were already scoping out the place, they might strike soon.
Well, if you think something's up, I believe you.
Yeah, I figured you'd say that, but I got no proof. No one else would believe me.
Why's that?
There's no way the Hawaiian police is gonna get involved just because some tourist told them to watch out for a gang of robbers. Why would they waste resources mobilizing their officers, especially when they don't even know if a robbery really will happen?
Yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, of course I do. Now, if you were in my shoes, what would your next move be?
The best thing to do is to warn Akiko-san first.
Yep, you got it. Realistically, that's all I can do. Well, after the whole gang left Akiko-san's shop, I managed to speak with her. At first, she didn't recognize me, until I told her that I used to be a Kanagawa police officer. She went pale after that. Then she looked at me with fear, anger, and pure loathing.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, it's not much of a surprise. In her eyes, I'm just another incompetent cop. Akiko-san tried to warn us about the incident, but we still didn't do a damn thing about it. We practically let her folks get robbed. Think about it like this. After 20 years, a former police officer pops up out of nowhere to warn you about an impending robbery. Also, consider the fact that this is someone she has history with. I mean, how do you think she reacted?
How did she react?
She was terrified, and on the verge of tears. Thought it was some kind of sick joke. Wouldn't you? I mean, from her point of view, I must have seemed a lot more suspicious than some prospective burglar.
No way, man. Maybe you've got it all wrong.
Nah, I couldn't get a word in with her after that. She chased me out of her shop, pretty much kicked my ass to the curb. Even told me to beat it, or else she'd call the cops on me.
I think I get it now. So that's what's got you down.
I just feel like such a dumbass. I should have stepped into her shoes then. Thought harder about how to approach her.
Calm down, Adachi-san. What's done is done. But Akiko-san's shop is still in danger, right? You've gotta tell her that, man.
No, I can't. She won't trust me. The moment she gets a glimpse of me, she'll go screaming for help. There's no way she'll hear me out.
Hey, how about this? Let's wait till she cools her head, and then we hit up her shop. You and me, buddy.
You're tagging along? But why?
Well, I'll talk to her first. Try to clear the air. Once she's calmed down, you can explain everything to her. Anyway, the problem at hand is that Akiko-san hasn't realized her shop's gonna get looted. No way we're standing by and letting it happen, right?
No, we're not. Not a chance in hell.
Good.
It doesn't matter what she thinks of me. What's important right now is her safety.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Now you're starting to sound like the Adachi-san I know.
I bet I made a sorry sight. Lost my grip just because my feelings got a little hurt.
Hey man, it happens. I'm sure deep down in your heart, you were actually hoping for a teary reunion.
All right. You had your fun. Knock it off.
Okay. Come on, let's have ourselves another drink. Cool our heads a little.
Seriously, man, I don't have any ulterior motives or anything, so give it a rest.
Relax, dude. Yo, is that another call from your Komi Jewel subordinate?
It was, yes. Honestly, it's a bit worrisome. I was under the impression they'd be comfortable with everything. Now it's starting to feel like harassment, since they defer to my judgment on even the most trivial of matters.
But isn't it great they depend on you so much? I guess that means they still need you around. Feels better than being told everything's fine, even when you're not there.
Huh, I didn't consider that. You do make a good point.
Oh, yeah, I've been wondering. Who'd you leave in charge? Do I know him?
No, I don't believe you two have ever met. But they do know about you, Kasuga-san. Her name is Yana, a young woman. Not yet 30, if I recall correctly.
Oh, you've got a girl working for you.
And before you ask, yes, she is quite beautiful. She's learned some mannerisms from Sunny herself.
Wow. So is she like a little sister to Sunhee?
It'd be great if she were, but the two of them aren't that close. At least not yet.
But the reason you're training Yana yourself is because she's got promise, right? I doubt you'd leave Komijul in her hands otherwise, even if it's just temporary.
Impressive, Kasuga-san. You're right on the mark. Not a single word off. Here, have a look. This is Yana.
Oh, damn. You weren't lying about her being pretty. You know, this doesn't really look like a picture of a boss and his subordinate. She's a huge fan of yours, ain't she?
Well, yes, she does admire me. But that's where the root of the problem lies. It's very likely that she doesn't want to make any mistakes in front of me, so she keeps asking me for direction.
So that's the deal with all the phone calls.
Up until this point, all she had to do was follow my orders without having to think twice. However, the moment Sunny and I stepped out of the picture, she's had to think for herself and make her own decisions. To keep both Komijul and the Liumang running as they are, she can't afford to take a short break. Yana has to learn just how much effort it takes for these groups to assert their authority within Yijincho.
I do feel a little sorry for her, though. I mean, you kind of dumped all this on her, right?
Is that truly the case?
Huh?
You never know what will happen in our world. One day, you might just lose those you've relied on. I believe that I've given her an ample opportunity to steel herself for such a situation, should it ever come to pass. Whether they like it or not, the ones who will come to inherit our legacy are those of future generations. It is my hope that she emerges from this situation a little more hardened.
You know, you're more considerate of other people than I thought. Heck, you're doing all this to educate the next gen. Guess I was wrong about you.
I'm sure you'll come to understand the day you have people under you. Sometimes, it's best to put up walls rather than shelters.
Sounds like Yana's got herself a great boss. Back when I was under Captain Sawashiro, he either beat you senseless or yelled at you. You're the better option, Jungi. Like, way better. 'Cause, you know, the captain would never want a picture with me.
Did you want one with Sawashiro? I'd pay good money to see that.
No, I thought about taking one before, but yeah, I'm good. Doubt either of us would be happy with that kind of photo.
Speak of the devil. Another call from Yana. Pardon me, I have to take this.
You know, for all his talk about wanting her to be more independent, he sure does dote on her. Guess I'll wrap it up here, all by myself. Yo, Tommy!
Hey!
Drinking alone again? Can I scooch in?
Absolutely, I was hoping you'd swing by.
Anything new going on?
Nah. I've avoided Marie and Kondo completely since the last time we spoke.
So it goes.
Thomas? Hey, Thomas! It's me!
Oh, Thomas who?
Oh, shit, that's Kondo.
Kondo? Marie's Kondo?
Listen, Ichiban, he only knows me as Thomas. Gotta back me up.
Yeah, sure.
Thomas! Fancy meeting you here. I was just passing by and saw you through the window. Pardon me, are you together?
We sure are! I'm Thomas's friend, Kasuga!
Kondo, nice to meet you. Thomas and I had a drink together the other day. Oh, which reminds me, Thomas, it must be my turn to treat you now, mustn't it?
Shall I take another drink order? Thomas?
Yeah, Thomas! Is he buying?
I'm happy to cover you both, Thomas.
Stop saying Thomas, everyone, please. Sorry, Kondo-san. I'm busy right now. Some other time, yeah?
Oh, well, that's fine. Why don't you give me your number? I told you before, I'm sure Marie would love to meet you. She was beside herself when I explained how this kind stranger showed me around town.
Oh, that sounds great. No, but my number's,
Have I offended you somehow, Thomas? I certainly didn't mean to.
Actually, Kondo, could we talk outside for a minute?
Oh, what for?
This bar is lousy with eavesdroppers, you know?
Yeah, nosy types.
Excuse me. Watch your step, young man.
Huh? Fuck you say to me?
Whoa, easy, easy. My friend Kondo is very sorry. That's what he meant.
What? You saw Thomas? They strode right into me. In fact, it seemed rather deliberate. Next thing you know, they'll be shaking us down.
Hey, buddy. No need to cause more trouble, right?
Just, stand back. It might shock you, but I'm a black belt in karate. Yeah!
What are you doing? Man, aren't you getting married soon? Don't get caught up in this. You want Marie to suffer through that again?
Again? What's this again?
Cuz, all three of you need to shut the hell up. And this guy needs to apologize. Let's get that wallet out, jerk off. My patience is only getting more expensive.
We got it, okay? 1 second, just stay cool.
I refuse, Thomas. These thugs have no right to anything of mine.
I'm about to take your head off too, bro.
Just listen to him, Kondo-san. Tomi's only trying to help you out.
Huh? Tomi?
That's not what I said. Look, just let us handle this, okay? You stay back.
Yo, dumbass! I'm that karate jerk-off's boss, got it? You come settle up with me.
Thomas!
Clear out of here, Kondo, and don't come find me again.
This is my quarrel, not yours.
Tell Marie that Thomas wishes her well, all right?
We got it all from here. Stay safe, Kondo-san.
No more jowling, assholes. Time to make you bleed.
Oh, I kind of feel bad it came to this.
Hey, dummies, quit running that scam. We'll always be around to kick your ass. And karate jerk-off never sees any of you again, you got it? Is that clear? Kondo-san, god damn it. How many times do I have to tell you to get lost, man?
Thomas?
I'm not whoever it is you think I am. Just small-time ex-Yakuza, okay? Why don't we move on from each other's lives? It'll be better for us both.
But
But nothing! This is the last thing I'm ever gonna say to you.
Huh?
Okay, Kondo-san. From now on, every stupid risk you take comes back to Marie. So like just now, getting into some needless fight, all it'll do is cause her pain. So maybe you get seriously injured. Or they do. Maybe the police come and smash your whole life to bits. You are lucky enough not to be living for yourself anymore. You have someone by your side. So, please?
All right. I understand.
Thank you. Another day, another mess I drag you into, Ichiban. Sorry.
No sweat.
You know, Marie is everything to me. Same as she was to you, I reckon. Although, until now, I couldn't have known how sincere your feelings were, Thomas. Or, well, Tomizawa-san.
What'd you call him?
What the hell's going on?
I hired these young men before coming. Our little accident and our heated exchange arranged in advance. Thank you, boys. Meet me where we said earlier, and you'll receive full compensation.
Sure thing, Mr. Kondo. Whew. These guys were no joke, though.
Kondo, I don't understand.
I'm truly sorry. This was all a sort of test, Tomizawa-san. Do you recall the circumstances of our first meeting? Your offer to help me when I was lost?
Yeah?
What you mistook as an opportunity to assist me of your own volition was simply a performance. Because, in fact, by that time I already knew of you. Marie's former partner, falsely imprisoned in a random act of injustice.
You're kidding!
Marie told me Hawaii was home to one profound regret. Of course, that's none other than you, Tomizawa-san. She didn't want to leave without saying goodbye.
So, Marie knows that I talked to you?
Yes. I couldn't very well deny her request to see you again before our departure. However, your underworld connections, that Yamai fellow in particular, was worrying to me. Quite a pickle. My dear Marie deserves to see whomever she likes. Yet I feared that she'd expose herself to danger in doing so.
And so you decided to play us like chumps? 'Cause Tomi needed his metal tested?
Yes. I can only hope you'll forgive me. Understand, Marie's safety was in question.
I guess I got no real leg to stand on here. I was lying to you, too.
So, Kondo-san, what's your verdict on Tomi after all that?
Tomizawa-san, I realize, has no reason in the world to care for me. Let us not mince words. He is still in love with my fiancée. Despite that, however, he was willing to shield me from violence at a cost of his own well-being. For Marie's sake, anyway. Again, Tomizawa-san, I ask that you forgive my part in this farce. You are a respectable man.
Who's that?
Marie?
Mind if we give him a few, Kondo-san?
Yo, still hanging out, Ichiban?
Yeah. So, Marie will be able to leave without any regrets now?
I think so. Kondo's not as much of a doofus as he seems. She said in so many words.
That's good.
And she's happy. I could tell. That's the best I can ask for.
Guess so.
I owe you a lot, Ichiban. And once again, you have seen my ass through hell.
What's that mean?
And before I met you, leaving Yamai's outfit was just a dream. And I never would have seen her again. My last chance would have slipped right by.
I didn't do that much.
There's nothing I can say to express how grateful I am. So just drink all you want. It's on me.
Problem is, I know your financial situation too well. How about one good drink to celebrate?
If you insist.
Bartender, hear that? I'll take a glass of your finest.
I see. Coming right up.
That okay, Tomi?
Of course it is. You worried about me? Hey, Tap Jock. I'll have the same.
Oh, you're damn stubborn.
Times like this are when good drinks are worth it. Seriously. Thank you, Ichiban. You've changed my life for the better.
Cheers! Yo, Chi-chan. How's it going?
It's going. Can we talk, Ichiban?
Yeah. What's up? Seriously, what's the matter? You're not looking too good.
Well, it's about Gramps. I suddenly lost contact with him.
Wait, your Gramps? The same old man working for the Fujinomiya family? What happened?
He's not answering my calls, and the GPS on his smartwatch was switched off. That's never happened before.
Oh, shit. You think maybe he keeled over in his room? Like a seizure or something?
No, unlikely. When I contacted the hotel he's staying at, I asked if one of the employees could check up on him. There was nothing off about the room. They didn't find anyone there either.
Which means...
Which means Gramps probably tried looking for me and ran into trouble. Remember how he was worried about those rumors about me heading to District 5?
Right, he got all that from Jeff, the taco truck guy. Your Gramps is buddies with him, right?
Yep, you got it.
Wait a sec. Then Jeff might know where he'd be.
Right? That's what I figured too.
Come on, let's book it. You'll feel way better knowing your Gramps is safe and sound, yeah?
Sorry, Ichiban. I keep dragging you into my mess.
We can talk later. Let's hurry. There's Jeff's truck. Your Gramps had tacos for lunch every day, right?
Well, not every day, but enough to become a friend and not just a regular for sure.
Yo, Jeff. Remember me?
Yup, and the girl with you too. You guys shook up District 5 real good, huh?
Who, us? Maybe we did, I don't know. Anyway, we got something to ask you.
Oh, let me guess. You're looking for another person, right?
Dude, creepy. How'd you even know?
A lot of folks been asking around lately. You're not the only ones looking for someone. See, he been poking around too.
Huh? Hold up. Chichon, isn't that old man...
Gramps?
We finally meet again, milady.
So it is him! Why's he here?
No matter how many times I requested we meet, Chitose-sama refused to visit me. That was why I had to devise a scheme of my own.
The scheme?
Yes, one where the elderly butler suddenly cannot be contacted and his smartwatch turned off. In that situation, what would milady think? How would she act? As your butler, I ought to know at least that much. And sure enough, you made your way here, all for my sake.
So, you're telling me you've been here waiting for me this entire time?
For as long as I could. Whenever I couldn't be here, Jeff would try to pinpoint your whereabouts.
Him of all people? But why?
Who'd let an old man like him worry himself sick? Besides, the two of us are brothers for life. Every single time he stops by, he actually compliments my tacos. So I figure I'd lend him a hand, help him look for this rascal of a young lady he's soft for. And if you folks happen to show up here, I got some help to, make sure you stick around.
Hold up. Why do they look ready to throw down?
These guys are really fond of this old man too. He loves tacos and pays well. Plus, he might be pushing 80, but he's damn strong.
Jeff here told me something interesting. That a Japanese man with shrub-like hair was desperately chasing after milady. That would be you, I presume.
What? Yes, but... well, look, the two of us are buddies now.
You cretin who dares swindle the Fujinomiya heiress. I will have you apologize on your knees after due punishment.
Better not take him lightly. That old man's tough as nails. I mean, my friends here are like infants compared to him. Hell, he even sent the bear flying back in the day.
Wow, you actually believe that story?
Yep, no reason to doubt him.
Well, that's not important right now. Gramps, sir, I'm not here to fight you. I'm sure this is all a big misunderstanding.
Right, it has to be. I mean, Ichiban's my friend. Please, just calm down.
With all due respect, milady, I am quite concerned about you. I know not what honeyed words he uttered to you, but you claiming him as your friend is inconceivable. This may get rather rough, but I hope that at the very least, this will open your eyes.
Gramps!
Do you remember the self-defense techniques I taught you? It's been some time since our last lesson, but do allow me to give you another demonstration.
Chichon, he's kind of different from what I expected. I thought you said he was modest and kind.
Our meeting is most unfortunate, but when I see my lady in danger, I vowed to bring hell's fury upon your head.
Go get him, old man. I'm rooting for you, Kiki Shrubby ass.
How could this have happened? To think I'd fall like this.
You all right, sir? Not gonna lie, you were damn strong.
Gramps, please don't push yourself any harder. You're not young anymore. Don't worry about me either.
Well done. It seems you've retained what I taught you. In fact, your skills have greatly improved. Seeing that puts my mind at ease.
Excuse me, Gramps. Sir, I'm not trying to do Chitose-san here. We've gone through a lot together. She's even been lending me a hand. I wouldn't try anything. I swear.
I see. Then in that case, would you please remove yourself from a lady's side? Immediately.
You see...
I'm sorry, Gramps, but I can't do that. You see, I betrayed Ichiban and his friends before, and gave them so much trouble. I have to make up for what I did, in any way I can. I'm the one who begged them to let me stay with them.
Chi-chan...
Chitose-sama, what exactly have you been doing here in Hawaii?
Well, a lot of things happened, but, long story short, I'm more or less trying to leave the nest.
The nest? Meaning the Fujinomiya family?
Yeah. I can't tell them about a lot of things I've done. Or even you, Gramps. I'm sorry.
Is that right? Well then, I am very glad to hear you say so.
Huh?
The days we spent supporting you, milady, have finally come to fruition. Education is intended to teach the child independence. In doing so, they will be able to choose their own path. Of course, the fact that you will no longer be in my care saddens me immensely.
I really am sorry for worrying you so much. And thank you for everything.
I'm afraid your words are wasted on me. I humbly request for you to please tell your father that instead. He's been beside himself with worry, Chitose-sama.
My family and me, we're just accessories. We only exist to make my dad look good. Nothing but props to show the crowd that a successful exec can have a happy family. You've seen it yourself, haven't you?
Are you perhaps referring to the family photos? The ones taken by an intimidating number of professionals? I do recall how you often complained that it felt like a set for some commercial.
He'd always demand fixes to those photos. In fact, he's like that with pretty much everything he does. The Fujinomiya name comes first and foremost. Everything else can come second, third, whatever. He's willing to edit and fabricate anything, all so he can look better. Isn't that right? That's why the...
Chi-chan?
That is why the Tatara channel uploaded that video, to expose the Fujinomiya group. Your father recently told me that he has his suspicions regarding this Tatara's identity. It is likely an insider, one who knows the Fujinomiya group well, and one who has expressed hostility towards him and the company itself.
I wonder who that could be.
He said that if such a person happened to be this Tatara, then that expose might very well be his just desserts.
My dad said all that? He actually blamed himself?
Only when he was reflecting on how he could have possibly antagonized Tatara did he realize that. And ever since then, I could see that he has been quite sullen about it. Of course, the blow dealt to the group may have played a part in it, but I certainly doubt that was the only factor.
But, Gramps, why are you telling me all this?
Indeed. Why am I? Perhaps there was no reason to inform you. However, allow me to say this. I believe you and your father still have a chance to talk things out. If the both of you continue to build up your walls, then you may lose the opportunity to conquer them.
Yeah, guess so.
I only wished to speak with you face to face so that I could tell you that myself.
Okay, so you decided to give me another lesson in self-defense while you were at it.
My apologies.
Something on my face?
I may not know who you are. However, the moment we clashed, I could discern that you are not one for deception. I shall refrain from prying for now. So please, look after Milady in my stead.
You got it, sir. You can count on me.
Much obliged. Furthermore, there is something I must clear up with you. In my younger years, I did, in fact, lift up and throw a bear. Do not underestimate me.
Well, I'll be damned. My bad. Didn't mean to doubt you.
The two of you, take care now.
Dude, are all Japanese samurai just like him? I would believe it if you told me.
I don't know. I've never met a samurai before.
Come on, brother, would he kill you to play along?
Sorry, Ichiban, for dragging you into even more trouble.
No worries. All that matters is that your Gramps is okay. But man, was he lively! I can't believe he's that strong at that age.
Well, he is a Fujinomiya butler. Makes me proud to hear you sing his praises.
You're finally starting to smile a bit more, Chi-chan.
Huh?
Well, you weren't in a good place before, were you? Always feeling like you weren't good enough.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was AG's spy this whole time. Everyone said they forgave me, but I still feel like I've got to own up to everything I've done.
I'm pretty sure I told you something like this before, but you don't have to be so negative all the time. You got the best of the best in your corner.
Guess you're right, Ichiban.
Yeah? You hear that, guys?
Yeah, we got your back.
Come on now, don't go keeping some crucial info from the rest of us.
Agreed.
What the heck? You guys are all ready to clink glasses?
Well, then you can count me in too.
Hey, who invited you to the party?
It's all good, man. The more the merrier, right?
Oh, yeah, fine. Should have figured.
Hey, now you're catching on, Tomizawa. Fast learner, aren't you?
If I can let my guard down, you can too, Chitose-san. And you've been doing great.
Well, thank you very much.
Anyway, you guys ready? Cheers!
Yeah,
Cheers.
Thanks, Ichiban.
Don't mention it. Dachi-san.
Kasuga, you got some time to spare? It's about Akiko-san's shop. Think you could have a word with her? That way I can warn her about the robbers.
Right. Yeah, sure.
If I show up out of the blue, I doubt Akiko-san would hear me out. I was thinking you could go in first, be our mediator. If she doesn't listen to what I have to say, then the shop's gonna be an easy mark for those robbers.
Yeah, if they actually tried to break in, then we can pull one over on them and keep it from happening. Besides, when it comes to crime prevention, you're a pro.
Damn straight. But if we want things to work out, I need you to get Akiko-san to come around. Not to pile on too much pressure, but we have no other option. I'll be counting on you and your sweet talk, Kasuga.
Seriously, dude? What's sweet talk? Oh, this is it? At long last, Akiko-san's jewelry shop. Must be hard to run a business like this in a foreign country.
Right? That's why we gotta tighten security, make sure nothing happens. Hey, Kasuga, stay calm and listen.
Huh? What's up?
Those guys who just left the shop now, they were scoping out the place before, no doubt. Same guys I saw acting shady.
Seriously?
Oh God, don't tell me. They already struck?
What now?
I'm gonna check out the situation inside. Mind stalling them for me? There's a chance they snatched some jewelry.
Wait, how am I supposed to do that? Oh, shit! No time to think. Yo! Sup, my dudes? Got a sec? So, get this. I heard a real disturbing story around these parts. Apparently, some robbers are targeting the local jewelry stores.
What are you trying to say?
My friend said he saw some real suspicious guys just now. Over at the shop you just left, actually. You think that's true? Did you... did you see anything strange back there?
Norm, let's book it.
Oh, wait a second. What do we have here? What's with all those bags you're carrying? Huh? You wouldn't happen to have any jewels in there, would you?
Just who the hell are you?
Kasuga, they're the robbers. Catch them!
Yep, thought so. Roger that.
What's with these guys?
How's Akiko-san?
They had her tied up, but don't worry. She's safe now.
Great. Now it's our turn to stop him from running away.
Adachi-san, I called the police. They said they'll be here soon.
All right. Good to hear.
Oh, is that her?
Yep, that's Akiko-san.
Oh, knew it. Guess that means you've got her to trust you.
Well, something like that.
Adachi-san, Kasuga-san, thank you so much for what you did.
It's fine, Akiko-san. No need to lower your head. I'm just glad you're safe, really. That's all that matters to me.
But I was awful to you, all because I held a grudge over something that happened decades ago. I knew the police did what they could. I knew, but I could never accept it, not with how things turned out. I guess no matter how many signs point to a crime, there's only so much you can do.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. See, Adachi-san here has his own agency now.
Huh?
Adachi Investigative Services, it's called. Lame-ass name aside, he's actually an expert at crime prevention. Like, he'll advise shop owners how to improve their security to keep folks from shoplifting. He's basically a consultant who gives you tips on how to protect yourself and your business.
Really now?
Hey, what's with the sales pitch, Kasuga? It's only gonna put her on the spot.
Oh no, it's fine.
I was right there with him when he built his company from the ground up. I always wondered what got him so motivated.
Oh, okay?
Now it's finally coming together. The reason he's been working so hard. It was to face his regret over being unable to help you and your parents at the time. Even though you told the right people, the police, they still couldn't act when it counted. Time passed, And now here he is, in charge of an organization that can finally make a difference. Well, at least that's how I see it.
Yeah, I should have figured you'd spout off a bunch of BS. Not in front of the person it's about. Come on.
Could it be there's a hint of truth in his tale?
Well, I mean, lots of former officers go into this kind of field. It's nothing special.
Is that right?
When you're a cop, you come to realize there are going to be times when you won't be able to save someone. And to me, you were one of those people. I am so sorry I couldn't help you that time.
No, don't be. Please stop. Everything's fine now.
You guys just keep on apologizing to each other. So, have you overcome 20 years of regret yet?
Maybe I have. I don't think I've ever been happier in my whole life.
To me, you're someone I can't ever thank enough. I owe you so much. Words can't describe how grateful I am. Again, thank you very much.
Isn't that great, Adachi-san? And Akiko-san doesn't resent you anymore?
It sure is. But everything that's happened only made me realize that I actually do miss running my own business. It reminded me of how I felt when I first considered starting one.
Well then, in that case...
What?
After we're back in Ijincho for good, how about giving it another shot? Get Adachi Investigative Services back on its feet.
I don't know, it's just...
You're doing everything you can to help me out. That's why next time, I'll be sure to return the favor. If there's anything I can do, just say the word. Well, only if it's cool with you.
Unbelievable. You're willing to go that far for me?
Seriously though, how about it? I mean, you were so fired up starting out. And now I know why you were so motivated. So...
All right, Kasuga, enough. I get where you're coming from. I'll remember every little thing you just said, so don't go forgetting it later, all right?
Hey, you ought to know me by now. I'm not that kind of half-hearted asshole, am I?
True. Thanks, pal.
What's up, Jungi?
Hello again, Kasuga-san. Huh. Oh, apologies. 1 second.
Come on, seriously? Is that Yuna again? Oh, she really does call you for every little thing, huh?
Excuse me? What did you just say?
Huh?
As we speak? How could you be so selfish? Unbelievable. So you're already here?
Hold up. Yuna's in Hawaii?
I'm at a bar with my friends right now. I've mentioned it to you before. A place called Revolve. Yuna, where are you right now? I suppose I'll come fetch you myself.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
It's exactly as you heard. Yuna abandoned her duties in Ijincho and came to Hawaii. To think she'd leave her post just like that.
But you're still gonna meet with her, right? She's probably feeling real lonely right now, so let's hurry and bounce, man.
Yes, Yuna truly is a beauty. I'm sure you're excited to meet her and all, but...
Come on, let's talk later, Jungi. Can't leave a lady waiting for long.
What a handful.
Huh? You're meeting Yuna here, right? So, where is she?
How strange. Perhaps she got lost along the way.
No! Get your hands off me! I'm already with someone!
What the hell?
Get away from me, you creeps! I'm not that kind of girl!
Oh, come on, baby girl. Don't be like that. Just one drink. How about it?
Oh! Jungi Neem! Over here!
Hey, let's hurry and help her out. Jungi? What's going on here?
She doesn't need our intervention. In fact, she can take care of this situation herself. This is all an act.
What? But still...
Help me, Jungi Neem! I'm so scared!
Hang in there, Yuna! We're on our way! Hey, the girl's with us. Sorry, but you mind leaving her alone?
Jungi Neem, I'm so glad you came.
Yana, everything's gonna be all right. I'm here to help too.
And who's this? You her Prince Charming?
Yo, what am I, chopped liver?
Excuse me, gentlemen, but that girl works for me. Very much appreciate it if you let her off.
Hey now, we just want an hour of her time. You fellas can come on by and pick her up later. But she probably won't be able to walk straight by then, if you catch my drift.
I don't think they're asking her for a dance.
Neither do I. Fortunately, it would appear that negotiations are off the table.
Oh gosh, to think Jungi Neem would fight for my honor!
You guys just gonna keep standing in the way? Alright, fine then. Let's see you block this! How the hell?
Now listen here, pal. You've been giving me the silent treatment this whole time, but come swinging my way? I think twice about that shit, man. Cause that seriously pisses me off.
You son of a bitch! You're fucking dead, you hear me?
Jungi Neem!
Yana, to attention.
Sir, yes, sir!
Hey, what's going on here, Jungi?
Yona's not a girl who'd be held up by these sort of men. She should have been able to take them out without our aid. I've trained her myself. Am I wrong, Yona?
No, not at all. I was just ecstatic you came to my rescue.
Yona likely calculated how long we would take to get here and planned for those men to hit on her by the time we arrived. The unlucky fools. They had no clue they were being played. How pitiful.
So basically you're saying she did all this just so you could save her?
Was I correct, Yona?
Oh, you know me so well. I knew it. I just can't live without you, Oppa.
Dude, what's her deal? Did you seriously let this girl take the wheel?
I did. Though I'm starting to suspect that I made the wrong call.
How could he be so cruel? You have to hear me out, Kasuga-san. I was trying to do my best. I really was.
Okay, first, take a deep breath for me, Yana. Now, who's being cruel here?
Who else but Jungi Neem? He shot me a message saying he was heading to Hawaii, and all of a sudden I'm in charge. There's no way I could handle all that, but he went ahead and left me behind anyway, without a word. How could you, after all I've done for you? You know I'd do anything just to stay at your side.
Regardless, do you think it's permissible to leave your post without further notice? Not to mention, Sunny isn't there either. So who exactly is looking after both groups as we speak?
Ki-hoon's taking care of it now. I figured it'd be a great chance for that pushover to grow a backbone.
Oh, Ki-hoon, you say?
What, their problem? Something up with Ki-hoon?
Oh no, not at all. He's just incredibly fond of Yana and would do whatever she'd say. I wouldn't call him unreliable per se, so perhaps she made the right call. You made sure you executed a proper handover of authority to Ki-hoon then, correct?
Yes, of course. I shot him a message saying I was heading to Hawaii and that I left him in charge. The exact same thing you did.
Why, you presumptuous little...
Really following in her boss's footsteps, this one.
Listen, Yona, my situation is different from yours. Did you really think such a selfish act would be permitted?
Why wouldn't it be?
Excuse me? What makes you say that?
The problem at hand is that I came to Hawaii without your permission, right? But you're the one who came to Hawaii without Sunhee's permission.
Huh? Hold up. I thought he came out here because Sunhee ordered him to. Bro, did you actually come here without telling her?
Again, our circumstances are completely different.
They're totally the same. You think so too, right, Kasuga?
Hey, Jungi, are you for real? That's kind of messed up, man.
It's not kinda messed up, man.
Oh, okay. This is obviously getting to you.
Look, since I was the one managing both organizations, my decision to leave Yona in charge should not be an issue. Also, Sunny and Zhao both ran off with Kiryu-san without telling me. It's not fair that they get to dump all the boring work on me.
I think so too. That's why I'm here in Hawaii.
Whatever you think, that's not your call to begin with.
Come on, that's not fair. Why do I get all the boring work?
Yana, is that your phone?
It's probably just Ki-hoon. He's been calling me non-stop ever since I left Jincho. Hello? What do you want, Ki-hoon? Huh? Say what now?
Wonderful. What happened this time?
Why the heck are you in Hawaii? What makes you think you can leave your post like that?
So Ki-hoon's here too?
Oh, this is absurd.
What the hell's going on with the Komi jewel? This shit is nuts.
What should we do, Jungi-nim? Ki-hoon's asking if we could pick him up.
Seriously? What is wrong with you people? Why must you all be so selfish?
Come on, man. Take a look in the mirror. So, everything good now, Jungi?
Yes, it's all settled. Yana and Ki-hoon are returning to Japan. I even spoke with Sunny myself.
Nice. What'd she say?
She knew about everything, even without me telling her a word. Nothing gets by the Queen of Komijul. She told me that instead of wasting time, I should focus on doing what needs to be done in Hawaii. She even provided me with a cover by telling my subordinates that I went to Hawaii under her orders.
Nice save. Real talk, she's damn good at what she does. I guess you have to think fast when you're the boss.
I was rather hoping she'd scold me, since it's been some time. A shame she didn't.
Uh-huh. This coming from the guy who wasn't looking too hot a while ago. But still, you came all the way here to help without getting her permission. You've got balls, man.
Once I caught wind you had gone to Hawaii, I started gathering intel independently. Eventually, I learned what Palikana was and figured you might be stuck trying to get to Nele Island. The moment I wrapped up my investigation, I found myself on a plane to Hawaii. Truth be told, I felt a rush of excitement when all that went down. To think that I could once again fight at your side, to be called your worthy ally once more.
Jungi.
Though I never imagined you would ever bear witness to that shameful display. Such an embarrassment. I do apologize for all that.
I know you always keep a cool head, but hey, doesn't hurt to let loose sometimes, yeah? So what if you got a few weak points? We'll be there to cover them. That's what friends are for. And obviously, the more time we spend together, the more sides we'll see of each other.
This lecture of yours is actually getting through to me today.
Well, in that case, I'll let you off the hook. For now. Not really my thing to nag my friends and all. Because drinks taste better when we're both having one hell of a time.
Right, I'll drink to that. After all, the two of us are friends. Thanks for being there, Ichiban.
Anytime, man. Cheers!